You're watching Reality Check. The question we're asking tonight, as the exit polls underline what everyone was expecting all along, a complete one-sided outcome of the assembly elections, is that number one, is it time to signal the end of opposition politics in India? And number two, is it time to de-link performance from politics? Performance, how you perform as a government, from how you perform in the electoral akhada of India. Let's just first take you through the numbers of the poll of exit polls that have come out about the Maharashtra and the Haryana elections, and this is what they tell you, that it's the BJP coming back in both states emphatically. So in Maharashtra, you have a situation where the BJP is back. This is the government of Devendra Fadnavis that has returned with 211. This is an average of all the exit polls. The BJP Shiv Sena gaining almost 30 seats. The Congress NCP falling from about 80 plus seats to 64 seats, others at 13. And in Haryana, it is Mr. Khattar, all set to return as Chief Minister with 66 seats, a gain of 47. The Congress holding at 14, just down one, but it's the wipeout of the Chauthala Parivar completely. They're down to just 2 from 19 that they'd won in the 2014 assembly elections. But here's the question. When we look at these numbers, this is not surprising, because this is just, in a sense, an extension of the results of the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. And if you project that in terms of assembly seats, it was already showing that the BJP Sena from 185 seats was going all the way up to 227 seats. And the Congress and the NCP was down from 83 to 48. So that's literally what's all happened in the exit polls as well, almost like a mirror. And if you look at the vote share of these parties in the assembly elections of 2014 compared to 2019, the BJP is shot up from 46% to 51%, and the Congress NCP dropped 3 percentage points. And if you look at Haryana, the BJP had jumped from 47 seats to a lead of 79 assembly segments in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. The Congress had dropped from 15 to 10. So in Haryana, the BJP perhaps not doing as well as it did in the 2019 Lok Sabha, but the vote share, just look at the vote share of the BJP in Haryana, the comparison between 2014 and 2019. If you look at the vote share of the BJP, it shows a big jump from 33% to almost 60%. So it's doubled his vote share, while the Congress and, well, this is the Congress on its own in Haryana, has seen a fall in its vote share compared to the BJP. So this is what the numbers tell you. And if you look at why that has happened, the majority of the results, the majority of the Congress victories in Maharashtra and Haryana were based on their hold over the dominant caste, the Jats and the Marathas. And if you look at the numbers, the Jat vote has been rising in Haryana for the BJP already, even before the results of these latest elections. From 20%, it's gone up to 50%. This is Lokniti exit poll 2014 assembly versus 2019 Lok Sabha. And it's the same with the Maratha vote in Maharashtra, that has already been rising from 50% in 2014 to 60% in the 2019 Lok Sabha polls, finds Lokniti. So these two dominant castes, very averse to the BJP, are already cracking, and that is likely to have got accentuated in these assembly elections as well. But the reason why we're asking whether this can be correlated with performance is because if you look at the numbers when it comes to things like job creation and rural distress, it's not a very great state of affairs for either the Haryana or the Maharashtra government. I mean, if you look at the jobs numbers for the BJP in Haryana, then they've said that they've done a fantastic job of job creation, but that's not reflected in the data per se. And we'll just have a look at those numbers very shortly. But this is what actually has happened. That the Chief Minister said 72,000 jobs were provided in his tenure, but an RTI response found that only 604 jobs have been provided between 2014 to 2018. So there's that big question mark over how many jobs were actually created. Well, joining us tonight on the show, as the BJP juggernaut rolls on, we have with us Priyanka Chaturvedi, who is the spokesperson of the Shiv Sena. We have with us Clyde Crasto, spokesperson of the NCP. Sudhindra Kulkarni, writer and columnist, is with us. And here in the studio, we have with us Sagarika Ghosh, consulting editor, Times of India. So Sagarika, is this now, I mean, this was very much an expected outcome, and that's what the exit polls have also told us. But are we moving to a point where you cannot necessarily link how you perform as a government to how you perform in elections, or is that being unfair to Mr. Khattar and Mr. Fadnavis's record as chief ministers?
You know, I think what has happened is that the massively well organized BJP machine that exists today, which is a reality, does tend to exert its dominance over the electoral process at the moment.
Right.
And it's not only the election machine, it's also the enormous popularity of the Prime Minister. Coupled with that, the BJP's drive to create state-level leaders, something that the Congress simply has failed to do.
Right.
Now, in the creation of a leader like Mr. Devendra Fadnavis, I think what the BJP has done is not only created a Gen Next leader, he's 49 years of age, but also created a leader who you know, reflects a kind of young, new Maharashtra, in the sense that he's young, he's able to reach out to Nariman Point, plus he's rooted in the RSS. He's reached out to the Marathas after the Maratha reservation agitation. You know, he does
so you're saying that
communicate through the media. He has created, he has created a personality cult which has worked very well for him in Maharashtra. This is his victory. In the same way that Mr. Khattar has been backed by the national leadership of the BJP. Mr. Khattar is an unconventional choice for Haryana. He's a Punjabi, he's not a Jat, but he's been backed by the supreme leadership of the BJP, and he's actually not a practiced politician, and that is his strength, because he belongs to no faction. He came to vote on a cycle. He doesn't have a family, and again, that's a rallying point.
That's played well against this whole
the ancien regime. Of a Brahmin on the one side and non-Jat on the other side, both of whom become rallying points for a caste and community coalition. And I think the BJP in Maharashtra is actually becoming the new Congress in a way. And as for the Congress, I think the fall of Maharashtra is the loss of its last citadel.
Okay. You know, Priyanka Chaturvedi, firstly, congratulations to you if these numbers indeed hold good. That's an emphatic win if we've ever seen one. But what do you make of this argument that's given that this was a mandate, this was a result which not necessarily reflects the performance of your government? This has as much to do with the fact that there was no opposition. Because if you look at the numbers, Priyanka, the fact is that agriculture, you know, agriculture growth has dropped from 0.4%, has dropped from 24% to 0.4% in 2016 to 19. Farm suicides, according to your own data, have climbed from 6,300 to 12,600 from 2011 to 14 versus 2015 to 19. And only 6% of water was made available in the state during drought, despite the Chief Minister's claim of making the state drought-free.
No, that is also an aspiration to ensure that in our government we do understand the challenges that came our way once we came into power, the Bharatiya Janata Party and Shiv Sena in 2014. A lot of work completion that was shown on paper was not actually the reality on ground pre-2014. And people of Maharashtra understood the massive amount of corruption that prevailed between two political parties who were in a political alliance of power as well as corruption. And they have understood this. People of Maharashtra giving a mandate like this in a second term categorically shows their commitment, that they do understand that this alliance's commitment is towards building a new Maharashtra, a Maharashtra which will address all the issues that Maharashtra has been facing, whether it is with farmers, whether it is about our youth, it's about creating employment.
But
yes.
Priyanka, the fact is that you're saying, but you're saying you're addressing these issues, but you had 5 years. Are you conceding that despite the fact that you've come back with a big mandate, that you couldn't tackle these issues, or you couldn't tackle them effectively enough?
No, that is not, no, that is not correct. That is absolutely incorrect statement to make. In terms of various issues, whether tackling the farmer crisis, tackling the Maratha reservation crisis, tackling issues with the youth, tackling the city post the GST phase, the demonetization phase, we have seen all those challenges. We have surpassed those challenges, and a commitment to ensure that all the challenges that exist even now will also be history in times to come by giving them a governance which is transparent and corruption free. I think the intent is well understood by the people of Maharashtra, and that is why you see support which is only increasing.
Okay, Sudhindra Kulkarni, do you buy that, or do you also believe that it's increasingly becoming hard to draw that correlation between performance and winning elections?
If the exit polls turn out to be true, it means, one, that it's a victory more for Prime Minister Narendra Modi than for the incumbent governments in Maharashtra and Haryana. The pro-Modi wave has continued after the massive mandate that Narendra Modi won in May 2019. That has continued, and both Maharashtra and Haryana contributed immensely to the renewed mandate. And if you see 2014, the elections took place soon after Modi's victory, and it brought BJP Shiv Sena to power. The same thing is likely to happen again. But there is also one more very important factor that's going to contribute to the BJP Shiv Sena's return to power, and that is the total collapse of the opposition. In Maharashtra, we see this time, of course, the NCP fought very courageously, and hats off to Sharad Pawar. He's nearly 80 years, but the way he campaigned, he won the hearts and minds of even the opposition. But the Congress, on the other hand, was totally demotivated. It was simply not there on the ground, and so much of internal fissures and no resources.
Even
let me take that central leadership had given up.
Let me take that to Clyde
So we see that the collapse of the opposition and the Modi factor have contributed if these exit polls actually turn out to be true.
Right. Clyde Crasto, would you say that, I mean, one could debate whether you fought the good fight or not, but would you concede that your alliance partner, the Congress, dropped the ball?
No, something was. So I've been listening to this whole debate, and there's been narrative that the Congress, wasn't good enough. But let me tell you, on the ground level, we were all working together. We've been fighting this battle together. Yes, my party president, Mr. Sharad Pawar, said a big example. He was the role model that we followed, and he led from the front, and we are very proud of that fact. Also, the
Clyde,
other thing that I would like to tell you that is that
Clyde,
if this.
Clyde, when you say that you are fighting this battle, I mean, I travelled in Maharashtra, and frankly, there was no clear opposition fight that one could see. The cadres were missing, the leaders were missing.
There was no contest.
It was just a no contest election.
See, Vasu, I mean, I'm not going to say that what you're saying is wrong, because I don't want to get into the narrative. But I know how we fought. I know we were all there. We've had, between all our leaders, we've addressed more than about 450 rallies. Mr. Pawar himself, addressed 65 rallies, and we've gone out. We've spoken to the people. It's a different thing now. If this exit polls hold true, I cannot take anything away from the people. But also, there's another side to this. There's a fact that the revenue has dropped by 2.6% from last year. The GST collection in the last 1 month has dropped by 6,000 crores. The crop farm loan waiver, which was supposed to be given to the people, it's been a couple of years. Only 50% people have got. And one last point.
Yes, let me take you to Vivek.
Shiv Sena, for that matter, took out a rally because the farmers did not get their insurance. So all these facts have been there. It's a reality that these things have not happened, but we cannot take anything away from the people because they've decided to choose it this way. So that's how it is.
Okay, Vivek, reconcile the fact that you have this fantastic political victory. So your political graph is going ever upwards, but the graph of the economy is sliding ever downwards. It's like the perfect X actually.
Well, I think Vasu, if at all the media has been highlighting on the slide, I think it is just temporary, it is intermittent. This is not something that has generally been found in the Indian economy over the past 5 years. Indian economy has had a healthy growth in the past 5 years. There is a world recession. In the light of the world recession,
there's a downturn.
Look at these things. This is number one.
Vivek, the downturn is serious.
All right.
The downturn is serious. Abhijit Banerjee, who's won the Nobel Prize for Economics, says that the Indian economy is in a state of crisis. This is, you know, this is an outside view.
For some doomsdayers, Vasu, this is the end.
For some doomsdayers.
Yes, for some doomsdayers,
this
is the end.
He's a Nobel laureate, Vivek.
But
I know that,
for people,
I know that doesn't count these days.
Well, you never know. For some, yes. I mean, for some, this is the end of the world. But no, the Indian economy is resilient. It is here to stay. It is here to move ahead and progress on a very good pace. That is certain. Now, the second issue, Vasu, interesting, is that why were people confident with Khattar ji and Devendra Fadnavis ji? This is the question. Why did they repose their confidence?
Yes.
And why was not there any anti-incumbency? Well,
one argument is being given
merely because
one argument being given is that there was no opposition. One argument is that because it was just a one-sided fight, there was only one team playing the game.
Well,
and if you had an opposition, then you may not have.
Even if there was no opposition,
Vasu,
No, even if there was an opposition or no opposition, the people of Maharashtra or people of Haryana or generally people of India today in modern day politics don't look at the symbolism in politics, don't merely look at, there is no opposition, there has been a good leadership. No, they are looking at actual work that has been performed the past 5 years.
Okay.
Because it is their future that they decide.
Okay, Priyanka Chaturvedi.
And that is the reason why they repose confidence on this
Priyanka
leadership.
Chaturvedi, the Shiv Sena has often played the role of a sort of frenemy of the BJP, that even though you are a partner, you've not held back from critiquing them. Leave aside now the fact that you're most likely to come back. Do you share as optimistic a view of the state of economy, the state of agriculture in India? Or are you at least, your eyes are wide open to the reality?
No, absolutely. As a conscious partner of an alliance which is committed to a progressive nation, a progressive state, it becomes a duty and responsibility to keep sending the party a reminder that we have to continue to work for the aspirations of the people of the country and the state, and that is when we have been speaking up. So whether it is about the economy, I totally respect what Abhijit Banerjee is saying, and there are many more economists who are saying otherwise too. We need to take every voice along and ensure that we have a better streamlining of the entire economic process, our policies, and in all honesty, have a relook at those policies which are working for the people of the country, which are working for the people of the state, and which are not. We can definitely course correct. And we are two political parties with one common agenda, and it has been a long-standing alliance.
Yes.
So I'm very certain even the Bharatiya Janata Party would understand the importance of having a Shiv Sena being the voice of the people within an alliance, while being in power, being a conscious alliance, which is voicing the aspirations of the people of the state.
But will you now have a Shiv Sainik, perhaps a Thackeray, as a Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra?
Aditya ji has been asked this question several times, and he has said he's already the CM being the common man. And as a common man, he has contested the election. He will hope to win this mandate by hopefully a historic margin, a good margin. And whatever responsibilities come his way, he's not going to shy away from them. And he's not looking at the end positions that this is what he's aspiring for. He's only aspiring for a new Maharashtra, and whatever role he can play in it, he will work towards it. That is his entire commitment to the people.
Do you think CM, I like that signaling, he's not quite CM, but he's quote unquote CM. Do you think CM common man Aditya will become deputy CM.
Things otherwise, I think.
Aditya?
I think the position of the Shiv Sena is piquant, to use that word, in the sense that the Shiv Sena perhaps at this point needs the BJP more than the BJP needs the Shiv Sena.
Yeah.
If the BJP is miles ahead of the Sena in terms of seats, why does it need to bother with the Sena Deputy Chief Minister? Let's face it, the Hindutva rhetoric has now overtaken the Marathi Manu's slogan of the Sena.
Right.
So in fact, the primary party of Hindutva nationalism is the BJP, it's not the Shiv Sena. So therefore the Shiv Sena, I believe, is now, for all its brave talk and for all its rhetoric, a little bit on a weak wicket.
Kulkarni, do you now see this as the BJP moves into this hegemonic status that the opposition now is being flattened, but now its own alliance partners could be next, starting with the Shiv Sena?
It's actually happened. If you take a historical perspective of how the politics in Maharashtra and Haryana has transformed in the last 2 decades, there was a time when the BJP was a junior partner of INLD, the Indian National Lokdal of Chautalas in Haryana.
Right.
Chautala party was dominant party.
Yes.
Today, Chautala's party is decimated if the exit polls are right.
Right.
Similarly, there was a time in Maharashtra when the BJP was a junior party, junior partner in the alliance with the Shiv Sena.
Yes.
Today, Shiv Sena has been reduced to a junior partner, and there could well be a situation when the BJP can form a government on its own.
Right. In fact, when the exit polls,
it's not just the opposition. The BJP's opposition having collapsed. But even the alliance partners of the BJP are feeling threatened.
Okay. Priyanka wants to respond, but before that, Clyde, you wanted to come in quickly. Yes, very quickly, Clyde.
No, very quickly I'll tell you. I mean, I like the meaning of the acronym that Priyanka put forward. The CM means a common man. But I've been listening to Sanjay Raut and all the time, and his meaning of the acronym CM is some completely different. So I wish them well, but looks like even after they come back into the government, there's going to be a lot of fireworks there.
Okay. Sanjay Raut, of course, being the Shiv Sena leader. Priyanka, yes.
So firstly, every Shiv Sainik will continue to work towards ensuring that Shiv Sena has its chief minister in the near future. There's no doubt in our mind. So Clyde can rest easy. And
but near future means what, Priyanka? Because 5 years is now gone. So
they should work.
I'm resting easy. I'm just telling you what you mean.
One second. I just want to.
Priyanka, but
near future. I will just complete. I will
Priyanka,
just.
Near future means
I
what?
listen to you, Clyde. I listen to you very patiently. Please allow. I will answer that question also. But please, I need to answer some some statements that came from Sagarika, who I respect tremendously.
Yes.
But I'm sure this is an argument that she has been giving since 1990s about the Shiv Sena being the junior partner, losing out, etc. But if you look at the number of assemblies we've been winning, we've only been winning more seats than earlier, previous assembly seats, and we are very certain we are going to get a better mandate in the 2019 results.
Right.
Now going to Sudhindra ji made an interesting comparison with INLD. Now where does INLD stand as per your exit polls in 2019? Where is Shiv Sena standing in terms of an aggressive Bharatiya Janata Party, an expansionist Bharatiya Janata Party? You must understand. We are collaborating together. We are not competing with each other. And it is an ideological alliance which has lasted the test of time, and that is how it will work. As much as people might want to say, oh junior, oh historical contest, we are only going to do well and do exceedingly well.
Okay, well, Vivek, because you see the point is that it was the old formula under Balasaheb Thackeray was 171 Sena, 117 to the BJP. The two would add up together to the number 9. There was a kind of numerological significance to that. Now it's almost exactly been reversed. But Vivek, very quickly, is the BJP going to respect its alliance partners? Because the numbers at the moment, we've not unbundled the numbers for the exit polls. And at the maximum limit is 243 that BJP Sena has been given by some of the exit polls. So if the BJP is close to the striking mark on its own,
well,
is it going to stick to is it going to respect the alliance?
Well, Vasu, Well, Vasu, the position is this. Even if whatever numbers the BJP gets, irrespective of those numbers,
right,
I think there is no question of a junior partner here or a senior partner here.
Okay.
As Priyanka Chaturvedi pointed out, it is equal partners.
Okay.
Many people have tried to draw schisms or fault lines between the BJP and Shiv Sena alliance.
Right.
But if you look at how it has played out since the past 20 years, I think there can't be a more solid alliance in India if you test it all around in India. That
Well,
this
if
is
you
the
look at the
alliance that has really
statements that
worked.
sometimes come
has really
from the,
worked hard
both
and
sides.
is really working for the people of Maharashtra.
Okay.
So therefore,
okay, we wish you well, and if these numbers are true, then all power to you. Clyde, before we wrap, do you want to congratulate Chief Minister Fadnavis, or not yet?
No. Well, let me tell you this: if the exit polls hold true, we will definitely congratulate.
I think you can safely congratulate
Fadnavis and BJP.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll congratulate Priyanka first.
Okay, congratulate Priyanka first.
And Shri Khattar.
She made the move to the winning
I
side.
accept it wholeheartedly.
Thank you.
Despite your heartbreak.
Well, that's very nice. That's a nice way to end. Thank you all so much for joining us. That's it on Reality Check. Good night.